Last episode, we made this, the allay vending machine, and we will be putting that to use soon with some allay-based farms. But first, I keep using a lot of wool, and these next set of allay-based farms I'm gonna need, which are going to be huge, by the way, they're gonna take a lot of wool too. So how about let's make a wool farm, and I have an amazing plan for one. And that amazing plan I have for one is just to come over here with some shears and just shear these sheep for hours on end.
Bruh.
No, that's not it. But it will have to do with this area because I want to build a sheep farm, but I think this one we're going to put underground, like almost like a cellar or something underneath the farm here where we have like our aesthetic build for our general like farm animals where they all are. But I got to figure out because I don't, what is that? Oh, is that a fox in there? What I don't know though, is I don't know where I want the entrances of this thing to be. But I've already kind of like designed it out in terms of what we're going to build. It's super fast and it's going to get us every color wool and it's adjustable and it's just going to look really cool once we get it in. So I need to figure out what's our way down. I don't know. Let me poke around here for a minute. Okay, I think I have a plan. Let me get these hay bales out the way because I think I know what I want to do. And I think that thing that I want to do is going to involve going down this way. We're gonna have to adapt the like area over here a little bit to make this work, but I think we could do that. I think we can make it work. All right, I think this will work. It'll be a single staircase down that splits off two ways and then comes down here. And then this is where I'm gonna start digging out my area. It'll probably be like a little like hallway, like in the center right here, that serves as our entrance into the farm. I think this will look perfect, but now I got a lot of digging to do and I have a lot of stuff to put away from the last project that I worked on over at the allay vending machine. So it's time to live stream. If you don't watch my live streams, you should. Make sure you turn those notifications on, people, so you can see when I go live. I'll see you guys on the other side of it. Okay, big things have happened. First of all, a big hole's been dug. Second of all, I've actually like went through and designed what this place is gonna look like, but that was in creative mode. It wasn't here. And I can't wait to show you guys. It looks so good. So make sure you stay till the end to see it. But in any event, I've already kind of marked out the area that I need here. And if you're following along to make this farm, you don't have to make it the same way I am. A lot of what I'm doing here is for aesthetic design. And I'm even going to show you the smallest, most compact way to make this farm, even though the way I need to do it, just based on how I have it looking, is not going to be exactly the same. Okay. So in any event, I've marked out my starting spot and you guys are going to do the same. If you're following along here, you're going to go ahead, you're going to put a dispenser facing out in that direction. You're then going to take a single grass block like this. You're going to place it down, and I'm only using a single grass block for now to show you guys how this is going to work. But in all actuality, I'm going to be doing this a little bit different, and you might want to do it a little bit different as well. And I'll explain those benefits to you in a second. But to make this in its smallest form, you're going to do a single grass block like that. You're going to get rid of these temporary blocks that I used to stack that up there. And you're going to want to surround this grass block in a couple of different areas. You're going to want to surround it above like this. And you're going to want to surround it below like this. And this observer right here, I accidentally just placed this down without telling you guys. This observer just looks at this grass block right here. And then what happens is anytime the sheep eats this grass right here, this observer will see that and it's going to send a signal out that we're going to take advantage of here in just a little bit. And the reason we have grass blocks down here and grass blocks up here is because the more grass you have around, the more it's likely to spread. And what's going to happen is our sheep is going to eat this grass block right here. So the fact that we have grass all through here and all up here means that it's a high chance that this grass is going to regrow in a timely fashion before the sheep tries to eat it again, right? Now, we do need to trap this sheep in here. So to trap the sheep in, we have to use glass because glass will actually make it so this grass will not die because we've placed a block on top of it. I'm going to end up using something different up here that will also keep it from dying when we make ours because I think it's just going to look better. But if you're not worried about looks and you're worried about function and just being really easy and as cheap and as small as possible, this is what you're going to want to use is glass. And then if you want to get shears into the dispenser here very easily, and maybe have a few backup shears available, go ahead and put a hopper up here. If you don't want the hopper, you don't have to have it right there. You can just have glass going across right there is fine. The sheep that's in here, it can't get out once you get it in there, so you don't have to worry about covering the top of it if you don't want to. Now, this part, super easy when you're making this thing this small. You just need any solid block right here and a piece of redstone dust right there. That's it. Once you do that, whenever the sheep eats, it will automatically trigger this. And I can even kind of show you maybe, yeah. If I like break this block, you see how it sent the redstone signal? You heard it tick the dispenser. So you can see that it works. All right. Place that back down. Now you need a collection system. I'm actually going to remove a small piece of this real quick because what we need to do is we need to place down a rail and we need to make a hopper minecart. And then in this block right here, we'd want to put a chest right. We won't have access to it if it's right there. So we'll put a chest right here. Around to the back side here. And we'll put a hopper going into the back right there, just like that. Put a rail right here and a hopper minecart right there, which we can break the rail. And boom. Like if you were just going to make one module of this, this is all you need right here. This is an automatic sheep farm. I could put a sheep in there right now and put some shears in the back here and this thing works. It's done. It will automatically collect the wool because anything that drops into that area will automatically be picked up by the hopper minecart, which I can even show you right now. If I throw this in here, you see it gets picked up. It gets scooped up immediately and it's down in here. But this right here, this is not what I'm making. I have a design that's going to end up looking better, especially if you want to decorate it inside of a room. And if you want it to go a little bit faster, it's going to require more materials. So I wanted to show you guys the smaller, easier version first. Let me get myself together here and we'll make the bigger version. Okay, so starting fresh here, this is going to be same setup where my dispenser's here, and I'm going to leave, I left the hopper there just so you guys can see I'm kind of working with the same area. But this version is going to be a little bit bigger, but also a little bit faster. And I'm going to start out with a block right here, grass block. And we're going to put another grass block right here. Yes, what's going to happen is the sheep is going to be sitting on 2 blocks instead of 1. That means he has twice the amount of grass available to eat. And it also means he has a bigger ring of grass around him. So the grass that is here is even more likely to spread to here. So if I go through and I fill in this whole area just like this, I think I need all those blocks, and then we don't have any blocks here because we're going to have observers looking at both pieces of grass right here. But before I put these in, I need to do a tiny bit of setup first. I'm going to dig myself out a little bit of space down here. I'm going to throw down a double chest right here, just like this. I'm going to run a hopper into that double chest, and I'm going to face a hopper down into this hopper and a hopper into the side of this hopper. Next thing I want to do is I want to grab some glass blocks, and I need to put 2 right here because, and one on the side here and one on the side here. And you'll see why I need this here in a couple moments, because we're about to do a little trick that most of you, a lot of you probably know, but maybe some of you do not. And it's going to involve getting a hopper minecart to sit inside of these blocks right here. And actually it means I'm going to have to temporarily remove this, and then put 2 blocks right here, and then go up a block and put 2 blocks right there. And this is a neat little trick, right? So I'm going to put a rail here and a rail here. I'll put a hopper minecart right here. I'm going to knock it inside of that block. Yes, it can go inside of that block. This is a little trick that has been around inside of Minecraft forever. I'm going to do the same thing right here. Bam. So I'm doing this for a very specific reason. And if you're not going to be doing what I'm doing here for the looks of this farm, you do not need to put them inside. You could do like I did before and put the hoppers 1 block lower and then have the hopper minecarts just sit on there. But what I'm going to be doing with this little setup here has to do with how I'm going to be decorating things. We're going to put the glass blocks right here because I can. And then I'm going to take fence, put it here, 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 and here, because I like the way that fence looks for the way I'm going to design the room. Now, the problem with putting fence there is that sometimes you could have wool end up sitting like over here on the edge. But if I put those hopper mine carts inside of that block right there, the second you shear the sheep, that wool block gets picked up. It never has the opportunity to get out here. This is a way to prevent any kind of loss in this type of system that I'm building. So now that those are in there, I can get rid of all of these little temporary blocks that I put in. Those are fine. They won't move. Nothing will happen because I have them kind of blocked in there. I use glass to block it in so my grass doesn't disappear. And I have my collection system. So I could go through, I could close in. Nope, not right there. I could close in the back like that. And this thing is actually ready for a sheep. And then I come down here with the sheep, we hop up, Actually, I realized I don't even want these two things to be here. We'll see if we can get our sheep in. Come on, but oh, hello? Come on, Mr. Sheep. No, no. Yeah, stay right there, right there, right there. Get in. Stay here. And then we're gonna close them in just like this. And bam. Oh, can I make these somewhat uniform? And there we go. This is how my pins are gonna look. And I love this because I can get up here and anytime. Oh, what have I done? And I just realized this isn't supposed to go here. That's better. Okay, now after fixing my mistake, as I said, look, he's eating. There we go. And that grass, like I said, it'll respread pretty quick. So this dude, he can't get out. He can't fit under here. And as I was saying a moment ago, now, if I need to do anything with this sheep, like let's say I need a lot of white wool for some reason. Well, I would be able to go through and all of my sheep I have here, wherever I end up putting them, I could just change them all to white temporarily without having to break any blocks or do anything. I could just walk up, change the color, let it run for however long I need to, and collect all the white wool that all my sheep get. Now, in our farm that we have here, though, I'm not going to have all white sheep. We're going to have one of every color sheep, and there are a total of 16 colors of sheep. Yes, we are going to put 16 of these bad boys in here. There's going to be 5 on this side, 5 on this side, 6 on that side. So I'm going to go through and start working on this, but I wanted to show you first the spacing of how this thing works out. So we have the little like loop there where you have the little floor, right? So actually, when I go to build this next portion, I'm going to loop in just like this. And you can kind of see here what it looks like from the top. So you just have a 1 block separator between it. They kind of share a wall. And I'm going to go through and I'm going to repeat this step right here another 15 times. And then stay tuned because I have a really awesome system that I want to show you after this. It's going to allow us to have an indicator light system to tell us whenever a chest is full and backed up with wool. And I'm also going to show you a very easy way that you can tell from any angle, no matter where you are, what color sheep you have at a very quick glance. And there's one little part in the back here I forgot to show you guys. It's a slight change from what we were doing before. So we're going to put a block on the back of the left side observer like that. And then a block underneath this one like this, a block above this one, and then a block here and here. So you kind of see like a little L shape coming out from there and a block above and below this one right here. We're going to put a redstone dust here, 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 and here. What this is going to do is allow either one of these observers to trigger, because this one will send a redstone signal to this piece of redstone that will power this block because it is going straight into this one. Whoops. And then that line will be powered and it will trigger the dispenser. And of course, if this one right here triggers, it'll power that redstone dust, which also triggers this dispenser. So this little system right here allows the whole thing to work the same way that that one worked. So let me go through, clear out myself some extra space and get all of that installed. And then I'm going to go through and finish the rest of this area up. Okay, so I got another feature I want to add into this, and this is a feature I really love. I think it really brings it all together and it makes it feel very like modern and techie, right? And also make sure you stick around to the end because I got a couple of like really cool things I want to show you. Maybe something that a lot of you guys don't even know about, and we need to get sheep in, and that's going to be fun too. But I'm going to go down here behind everything, right? I'm going to place right here in front or behind, I guess, this hopper. I'm going to place a slab right here. It has to be a slab, all right? I'm going to place a redstone comparator facing out that way. I'm going to put a solid block right there in front of that comparator. I'm going to put a redstone torch right here. I want to put a block on top of that redstone torch, and I'm going to put a redstone torch right here. What this is doing is it's detecting whenever this system is full. Let's say I completely fill up that double chest right there, and I completely fill up this hopper right here. Once this hopper has an item stuck in it, so one item is there and it's stuck there, it will turn this whole system off. That would mean that this chest here is full and this hopper in front of it is full, okay? Now I want to do something with that. And where we're going to do that is actually going to be starting right here, because if this comparator is lit up, it will also send power to that block right there, right? Well, I want to take that power from that block. Now it's going to be a weak signal, so it's not going to travel along all on its own, but we can assist it. What we can do is we can put a repeater right here. So whenever this gets any redstone signal, a repeater will take that signal and boost it out to full and send it out this way. And that's what we want to do. We want to go through here, break it a little bit further to right here, I think is good. We're going to bring redstone signal in. We're going to bring it up, here, and we're going to run a repeater right here and right here. Now this is going to do something really fun. It's going to send power to, and a lot of you can see what I'm doing in my inventory right now. It's going to send power to these two blocks, which we could put 2 redstone lamps right there. 2 redstone lamps. So now if I were to try to show you what happens whenever there's an item stuck right here. So we're going to imitate this by getting rid of this hopper. Whenever the hopper that is sitting here is full, because this is full, and one item gets itself in here, this whole system, you see it's now like stuck in on position, right? So that is powering this. This is powering this, which is powering those 2 blocks right there. And also it's going this way. It turned this torch from on to off. It turned this torch from off to on. And because that's on, this right here has power. That having power means that if that sheep eats and these observers detect it, it's not going to do anything. So now we're not going to have items sitting here and shears getting wasted when our system fills up. Also, you can see our lights are turned on. So we would know just by simply walking in the room that, oh, okay, this one's full. Like I can come over here with the shulker box maybe and take all of the wool out and fill up the shulker box, and then I can let this system fill up again. So it's just a super easy indicator for you to know when the system is full. So I'm going to take this system and I'm going to stall it across all of the rest of our area down through here. And then we need to get sheep in here. Okay, all of our sheep, they're in place, and now it's time to dye them. I have 1 of every color dye, and there are actually 16 colors of dye in total. I'm not going to go over how and where to get them all now. I think we're going to save that for an episode I do later on, where I do this like really awesome flower farm that you can use to get basically infinite amounts of dye very quickly. But for now, we're going to go through and we're going to dye these guys. We're going to actually do it in the color order in which these things appear in the creative menu, because I think that looks the best. And I already had a green one here that was named by one of my stream members, a lime green. So we're going to leave him. And boom, we now have every color of sheep here, and they're ready to be sheared. What I'm going to do for right now is I'm going to just put a pair of shears in each one of these. But then in a little while, what we're going to do right towards the very end, we'll go through and actually set up a rail system to deliver shears to everything, so we can very easily stock them all the first time and keep them in stock in the future. Okay, everything has shears. We should be able to catch the sheep eating grass and then getting sheared. Who's first? Oh, I think we just had somebody do it. Yes, our brown sheep over here has gotten us, wow, 6 wool from 1 shear. Did he do it twice? Is that possible? I don't know. But if it is, it's because we have the 2. We could probably look and see. Nope, he ate grass 1 time. In any event, it's time for me to transform this room into its final form, add in all the other indicator lights, and then on the other side of this, I got a couple cool things to show you guys before we finish things up. So Stream and we did some stuff. And I am going to turn this into a cellar door of some sorts. It's not quite there yet. That'll be my way in and out of it. But take a look at how awesome this place looks. But it's not done yet. We have one more thing that we need to do to finish this place off. And I have one more cool little trick that I want to show you guys. So I need to get some sheep and I need to get some name tags. All right, sheepies. do I even have 5 of you? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, we got 5. We got 5. Okay, come on, follow me. Move. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Head over here. Can they make it down here? Are they smart enough? Oh gosh. Yeah. This is not working out how I planned it. All right, perfect. Here we go. So if you take a name tag and name it Jeb _, you get this. You get a sheep that cycles through all of the colors. Now, the first question that everybody always asks is what happens when you shear it? Do you get the color that it is at the time that you shear it? The answer is no, you don't. You get whatever color it was at the time that you named it, or you can even like click it with dye after the fact. Although clicking it with dye will not change the visual color of what you see, but it will change the sheared color. And you may wonder, does this work on already sheared sheep? Yes, it does. So I can go through and name all of these Jeb, and I have some hopes that people in the live streams will want to name our sheep like this guy right here, and we'll eventually turn them all back the correct color so it kind of matches again with the color wool. But for me, I'll still be able to tell which color is which because I still have this right here as my indicator. And we now have a working wool farm, everybody. I can just kind of like hang out here or just do stuff in the area. I visit my storage system quite often, right? And then we will continually fill up on wool that we can use for a variety of different things, whether it be for different projects that we work on. I usually like to use wool for like redstone because it helps me keep track of what goes where. It's also pretty hard to break wool with most normal tools because you have to use shears for it. So it just makes things a lot easier when you're doing redstone and decorating and all sorts of awesome things. And we now have the ability to do all of it. So if you enjoyed today's episode, please click the like button, drop a comment down below. Let me know your tips and tricks for wool farms, what you like to use wool for, your future projects, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next time.